dream. Trailblazers from the Astral Express. A long time no see. I've already made the necessary preparations. However, these still veteran gamers call this type luckily. I just so happen. Oh yes, any little.
The nature of this memory is special. In my estimation, there is no question about it.
Murder. Such a foreign word to us. In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, at worst, you'll still...
Not necessarily. Even if the result does not constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough.
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, you are guests of the Oak family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Just some suggestions at the memory level. If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact. Rather than hearing endless explanations, would you like to experience it for yourself?
No! Hey, you can save that for the end.
Then on to the next order of business.
Memo Keeper of the Garden of Recollection. I've been watching you for quite some time. You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the windows along the commercial. My dear, do you have a crush on me? Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, I left a puzzle for you near OT Mall. Don't leave me waiting, my...
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. The address that the mask gave you is right here. But you never would have thought such a direct act of provocation is enough.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's all. I never knew this was actually a declaration of warfare.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry.
Oh, seems like I can't escape.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari. Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke...
Ooh, that sounds just like...
Who are those two little guys?
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately... Those two have clammed up.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle is left.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so they didn't even take the weapon with them.
Where's Mr. Shamari right now?
I'm afraid you can't. The Oak's best not to bother him. Guest experience...
Oh, I'm afraid by the time...
Looks like we'll have to play this little game.
Lady Black Swan, you're here! I'm Mr. Cold Feet. What?
So they can talk after all.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you.
The Sparkle murder case?
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evident.
Oh. I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into...
Never heard of it. Sounds made.
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 values. Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the... My investigations discovered that they narrowly escaped and barely got...
So the 3 of them teamed up to kill her.
Is the case...
No, there can only be one.
If you can't justify...
Got it! Those...
that actually doesn't make...
Please begin your investigation. I've got the case file right here. Lady Black Swan, allow me to... Lifton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants. Who's right? Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's last of all comes right.
Hang on. I'm confused here.
What? Where did you get that idea from?
That won't be necessary. I've...
No wonder you're a memo keeper.
Holy...
Miss Sparkle also...
I'm barely able to lift this... Look! An ID...
Mr. Shamari's belongings should...
Is that all the evidence? Oh, you scared me!
The 2 pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack lines. There are...
Isn't that a bit...
No. It's...
Seems quite nice of her if you...
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little...
What's this?
Regardless of why it's designed to look like...
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring?
I see.
That's just in case you didn't.
You don't have...
This notice.
That sounded like a...
This is so her style. What's this little device here for?
Don't push it, Lady Blood. That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle also has her own button.
That sounds like...
Correct.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask?
okay.
Because
This is not...
Doesn't look like there are any more clues.
Next, should we pin down the identity of the perpetrator? Lefton, that guy lost his hand. Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured? I remember this one best.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who could...
If you put it like that, then do you... So, who exactly... Remember Zhongshan's face was
Poor guy. That would suggest that Zhong...
So, who exactly... Lefton, that guy lost...
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's suspicion level...
By process of elimination...
please begin your investigation.
The murderer.
You have answered correct.
Huh? The next puzzle?
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives.
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool?
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Right now, let's follow her train of thought.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
I told you, it's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness. And as a memo keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
Become part of the family. Raise a glass and enjoy feasts fit for a king.
Whoa, this place is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here to...
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Sampo.
We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Why are you talking?
Is there something wrong with the way...
Huh.
Let's discuss this difficult...
Her again?
Oh, for the laughter. If you Miss Spark, after a long time, there were 3 suspects on the scene. Namely, a Papashi shopkeeper...
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory.
Miss Sparkle is so great.
Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and...
You're too...
Oh, for the laughter. If I talk anymore...
Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more. Let me introduce the identities of... First of all, is the shopkeeper, right? He's one of the Papash. Next up, you have the merchant Lefton. Finally, there is the gambler Zhongshan. That's all the information we have.
That won't be necessary. there's the
That's Skipper.
the tag on
That's not.
There's an accounting book lying on the
On the title page is written.
this Chiang Katong purse.
So, it's just like the first case.
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a love. A little stool that seems quite normal. There are.
The footprints, which are half as big as
Perhaps it's just that this person. What's that smell?
Mr. Sampo. Take
Somebody.
even among the fools I know.
Have you dealt with many?
No, only a handful. After all,
This.
open it up.
So there's a ring.
Because this ring was found inside.
In the victim's...
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. That should be it. Let's head out.
I have to thank you, Mr. Assistant Detective, but
Have you found out who the killer is?
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway.
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd...
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective.
This guy is...
Then go ahead. Who is... Good. Then let us appreciate...
Serenade the globe. Get your tickets for Robin's Life is a Song concert while they're hot.
Have you... This guy, Zhongshan, is a card shark who used to plague...
This ring is a piece of evidence.
That's right! What would a penniless wretch of a gambler like Jean... He'd stolen Lefton's tie and was just about to get away when he saw... Who could have known that Miss Sparkle would end up swallowing that ring? What a tragedy!
Is something wrong here?
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not Mr. Assistant Detective.
Ah, I see. Sheriff.
Correct, Detective Sampo!
Sheriff, the murderer is...
Yes! For the laughter!
Dead. Right from the start, there was no murder.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff, is he really a...
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us...
I take it so seriously! Miss Sparkle is a man anyway. Since our genius...
So that's it? This is just going...
Then I wish you both the best. Oh, yes, if you're...
Just as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now? Just keep getting led around by her?
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sampo. A murder in a locked room?
As expected,
Yesterday, my assistant and I were... The butler, Zhongshan, said that the door was locked from inside. As soon as I heard, I knew the room was covered in stuff. Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist besides us and Zhongshan, the butler, left in the cook, and...
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is... Why don't you skip all this rigmarole?
Wait up!
Honest.
No
cheating.
Huh. Mr.
No.
Let's go. Can't keep a girl...
Hey, Miss Black Swan, wait up, wait up! Ding-a-ling! Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama. The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others. And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character. So then, I put to you, which character is it? Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste. Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Such a crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
There's no weird, sweet...
Hey! Dear Memo Keeper, I didn't expect you to skip the final part. Listen up. What creature has...
No murder case.
Sometimes it's nice to take...
Since it's a classic puzzle, the answer...
Wah, wah. The correct answer is... Sparkle! When sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. So naturally, she's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon. And
What the heck was that gibber?
What a cute answer.
thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't...
Some value, I suppose. Eternal.
Good times, never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill tidings manifest.
I'll see you off.
Relax. Retribution will find you.
There's more to life.
Stand still.
Holy smokes! Huh? No voices?
Wait. Something's off.
Miss, you killed Sparkle! How is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony? You did this, didn't you? Killing... Oh, I understand. You...
There is no death inside Penacony's dream. There's no need to take such great...
Miss...
You. Sparkle has disguised herself.
This? If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide...
The hint for the final question was
Oh, you mean the...
all the painstaking effort. The key to solving the puzzle lay in two pieces of it. Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two, but based on the detective's description, that being so, the murderer... As for my second conclusion, the answer is simple. At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear and so, when he learned, that's why he had to rush. Of course, this is just a simple mind game, which means it's you, Mr. Sampo.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective?
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. The truth does not lie.
Exquisite reasoning.
Another answer?
The great artiste Sparkle Loctus was not the...
What a pity. Such a pity. Miss Sparkle's body. Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's... Ding-a-ling! I won!
Does Miss Sparkle's bot...
Why not? Miss Sparkle's...
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo, then?
Beautiful lady. I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
My dear, why so serious? Haven't you been having you take memories, and I get joy? We get what we need from each other, seeing as we're such kindred spirits, but also such loners. Why don't you come and work with me?
Oh? Am I understanding this correctly?
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony. If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
I don't really understand why you're so fixated on destroying. Also, I don't consider you a loner. Oh, I don't mean him, but rather behind you. The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces.
How did you know?
Memory is like the deep blue sea.
Memo Keeper. Did you?
Why not?
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today. If you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, let's go Sampo? Sampo.
This is Bellabog, right?
I said, why not? Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again. And also, I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner?
What a special dream this has been. Did you notice its nested structure? That's the end of Miss Black's. I also found this dream. So if we meet again, I will pack her. I noticed that the people who know things in our dreams cannot be trusted.
Really? I wouldn't do anything to her.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything you've asked, as agreed. Shouldn't you give my mask back to me now?
Since when did the masked fools suddenly start Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face. Take this key to the tavern cellar, third barrel on the left. You never saw me. But Sampo, after all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask? Let me guess. A catastrophe is coming to Urella.
Well, no comment about that. But I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense.
Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels like taking...
If you're all out of options, please get in touch with me. I'm the kind of person who values friendship highly.
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Bellabog. After all, the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old sent. Go tell Giovanni I said hi.
Fine, I'm just spitballing here. Don't take it so... Why so...